All right, we're gonna go through the SummerSlam 2023 card, give our predictions, our thoughts before tomorrow night's event, and I must say, starting off, this is a really good card. Um, Hate to have to always do like the Triple H Vince comparison, but man, if we really like look back on it, even though you could say Vince still has like an earful here and there, but like if we really look back on it, when we used to have like WWE pay-per-views in the past, I'm even talking about like even like 2 fucking years ago, like besides like the main stuff, like could you like say that the rest of the card had like stories that were building up over the weeks and months and like stuff like that actually make you interested in it? Like we can never say that, but ever since like the Triple H era, like even though we have matches like Logan Paul, Ricochet, but like that was even like foreshadowed at that was even foreshadowed at, like the Royal Rumble. But like there's always, well, like in the Triple H era, there's just always like telling stories over like a long period of time, and like I actually might go out of order here because on that topic, I'm gonna start with Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler. Um, I think it's pretty obvious. Like, not even gonna look too much into it on if there's like a swerve, and yeah, Ronda may have gave them the deadline of time that she has, but we don't even know the deadline. Like, we assume that we know, but like it could actually like go on further, but I mean, it just wouldn't. It just doesn't make sense. I'm assuming just Shayna's gonna win that match. I'm expecting it to be a good match, like MMA rules match, and yeah. I just wish like things went according to plan, and Ronda didn't have her injury, and they would have had like their tag title run over months and months, and then this happened because it all just felt like it came out of nowhere, and like most of us know why. If you don't, look into it because I'm not here to. Um, I'm not the person to give you the behind the scenes thing, but it's all over the internet. So I mean, whatever, you could go look at that. But, um, but even though they've had to rush it and it came out of nowhere abruptly, like they still made it work. And even like the video packages on Raw, which I thought was like the best thing they've done. I thought like their promos throughout the weeks were all right, but didn't make me like die to see the match, even though I was interested to see the match anyway, just because of the two people in it. But like after seeing like the video packages, you're just more interested in it. But I just think Shayna's gonna win that, and man, like you never know what you have until it's gone. Like the Shayna Baszler run in NXT, I was like, man, she's so dominant. She doesn't lose. When she had those takeover matches, and I'm thinking like Bianca's gonna win, and then she loses, and then she just keeps on winning and winning and winning, and Shayna keeps winning and winning and winning. Everyone you think is going to beat her, that you want to beat her, they just don't. Like they made her so dumb in NXT. And at the time, I'm like, fuck, man. But, like, now, like, seeing, like, the way Vince treated her, I'm like, man, get her back to that Shayna, bro. We need more people like that. Like, she's been treated like an absolute joke, bro. And, like, sometimes it's hard when someone has, like, a decorated MMA background like they do. It's hard to, like, picture them fucking losing to, like, fucking Carmella, even though she didn't lose to Carmella. But the things they're doing with Shayna before, it's like, come on, bro. It's hard to like suspend your disbelief for shit like that. But we might as well go to the Slim Jim Battle Royal up next. At first I thought this came out of nowhere as just like a method to get Elliot Knight on the show and give him a win, but it's apparently like their biggest sponsorship in company history. I was trying to find figures for that, but can't find figures. But I'm curious to like know like the dollar amount, obviously in the millions. But yeah, it's hard to imagine anyone else but LA Knight winning. I can imagine like final three, Sheamus is always like in the final like 3-4 for like every battle royal who's in. I've never seen him outside like the final 3 or 4 in like a battle royal ever. So I can imagine an LA Knight, Sheamus, Grayson Waller final three, Sheamus gets eliminated, and then it's Grayson Waller and LA Knight, and then like they try to tease that Grayson Waller's gonna win because he's like the new guy on the block. They're actually giving him a push even though he's losing, but like there's ways to push people even when they're losing. And they might try to like tease you that LA Knight's gonna lose again when he should be winning, and then he ends up winning. So I think that one just has to be catered for LA Knight. Yeah. And then might as well do Gunther versus Drew McIntyre, which I'm expecting a fucking banger, bro. And like it's hard because it's like, man, Drew should not be losing, right? Like he just should not be taking L's right now. Like he just came back. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that sees him as like a top player, but like Gunther's been built up so much that like it's not really bad if Drew loses, but it's not really bad if Drew loses, but like Gunther's so close to this record. Like he's literally a month and days away from breaking this IC championship record. I can't imagine. It would be like a cool story to tell, but the reason why it wouldn't be a cool story is because Gunther hasn't even talked about it. He hasn't talked about Honky Tonk at all and passing the record. He's just talked about being a long reigning champion, a dominant champion, but he's never said one more month till I break the record. So they haven't like built this up to like, oh my god, if he loses, it's just if you know. And I wouldn't be mad if Drew won, but man, they're just this close to the record. They're trying to they're trying to modernize their history books. I just can't imagine Gunther losing. But like Drew McIntyre is a person that like if they're like who's gonna take the title off him, I would say Drew McIntyre. But it's like after he breaks the record, I'll be more like into like, I'll be more attuned to like, that person could beat him. Take a look at this shirt. It's the old Andrade t-shirt, CN 100. Love that. And I mean the match that's gonna open the show, Ricochet, Logan Paul. Man. Man, okay, so I love Ricochet. I'm pretty sure I know just from like fucking videos I've seen. Super nice guy, super great heart, super good bloke, but like, man, like when he has the microphone, like in the ring, bro, he's fucking up fucking there, bro. He's in the stratosphere, bro. But on the mic, bro, it's like generic for fucking just starting on NXT, just got out of promo class, like reciting lines, promos from just every time he gets the mic. And like the whole time he's had the mic in like this feud with Logan, I'm just like, man, just saying generic shit. Like his first one on Raw when he was like, Logan, whatever, you're doing this for this. I'm here busting my ass for the fans. I'm like, oh, this again. I'm like, this is just the same generic babyface stuff. I'm just like, I can't take this anymore, bro. But, and like poor Ricochet, man, because like you look at all the big matches Logan has had, he's lost every single one, and then like even though I do feel like Logan Paul's gonna win this match. Okay, I'm not sure if I made it clear. Also, Gunther's going to beat Drew, Shayna, Ronda. Shayna's going to beat Ronda. LA Knight's going to win the Battle Royal. I think Logan Paul is going to beat Ricochet, and poor Ricochet, man. Not that it's a bad loss to take, but it's just that if you really think about it, Logan's lost all of his big matches, then Ricochet is the one that gets beat by him. It may make some people think then, like, where does that put Ricochet? That makes him, like, just an average guy, an average guy on the roster. But yeah, fucking Logan needs a win, bro. He needs a win, and this match is obviously gonna open the show because Logan wants to go to his brother's fight, whatever. So that match should be a banger, actually. That like banger, and then a really fucking fun battle royal where everyone cheers LA Knight and shit. Like, this is fun shit, bro. This is gonna be fun. So like, okay, I'm going to save the main event for last, but like Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca. So it's like every time you see Charlotte in the match and she's not like the champion and they're trying to make her retire, dad's record for most titles. I think she's like at 13 for 14 if we count the NXT title, but I'm pretty sure they're counting the NXT title. I don't know why, but they are. But man, whenever Charlotte's in the match, you just can't count her out, man. For some reason, you just like, oh man, they might just fucking just give her another title reign. But like the dog in me is just saying that Asuka's going to retain, and maybe Charlotte gets it like very soon in like a singles match on SmackDown in like the next like few weeks, I feel. But I could see some shit happening with Charlotte and Bianca, or maybe whatever, fuck, you trying to get the pin, whatever, and then Asuka steals a victory, I feel. Like, but I know Bianca, I just don't feel like Bianca's going to win. She shouldn't win. Man, like she just needs a new character. Like, she's supposed to be a baby face, but she's been acting like a heel. Oh, sorry. But she's been acting like a heel for like the past month and a half. Like, just super unlikable. Like, I have not liked anything Bianca's been doing lately. Like, just super unlikable. And I just, man, like, that's really, like, just super unlikable. I'm just like, man, this is just not cool at all. Like, there's really not much, like, it's really bad, actually. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really bad. But like, there's like a small part of me that's like, oh, Charlotte's gonna sneak out the victory, whatever. But you know what? Asuka's going to retain. And then Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Man. So like, the thing I like about this match is it's pretty fucking 50-50, or like maybe 60-40, maybe 70-30, but there's doubt. It's not like 100% like Money in the Bank, like Seth's going to win like 100%. It's actually like, you know, people are really thinking about this because, man, boy. So like, I talked about in like the other video how hot like the Judgment Day is. And like the story they could tell if Finn Balor were to win this championship with him and Damian Priest, and like hearing Seth Rollins on the Impulsive podcast, talking about his injuries and like the nagging things he has. If you really think about it, bro, he's been pretty consistently on the schedule, working day in, day out for like years and years now. Like, ever since he came back from injury, I think he's been pretty consistent, always on, like hasn't really had much of a break. And like, I talked about it, how like the period after SummerSlam, September, October, like that couple of months is like the perfect time for like some top stars to take break, because the next two pay-per-views, I mean, granted, Triple H hasn't missed with the PLE this year, but like those two pay-per-views are pay-per-views where, you know, would be a great time for like like certain people to just like take a break out of storyline and come back at like the big Survivor Series. So like, I could see that happening with Seth Rollins. Like, he doesn't need to have this championship through Payback and Fastlane, I believe. Yeah, it's Payback and Fastlane. Like, this would be a perfect time for Finn, because boy, like, if we talk about like championships making people or people making championships, bro, like, Finn needs this championship, and he needs it in order to make him make the championship. Like, I feel like he needs this. The story's there. You could tell it for a while. Seth Rollins may get a rematch, whatever, lose, whatever. They could write him off for a couple months. He could always come back and do some stuff later. But, man, I feel like Finn needs this. And I'm actually going to go with Finn Balor in this match. Would not be surprised if Rollins wins. 2 and 3 are the only matches where I'm like, you know, they could go either way. But I feel like every other match is, like, easy to predict. Not saying that's a bad thing. That's actually, like, a pretty good thing. But, like, yeah, these two matches are just, I don't know. But I feel like Finn Balor is going to win that. And then Cody Rhodes and Brock. Man, fuck, Cody has to win, and I feel like he's going to win. And, you know, a lot of people were mad, like, the past couple of weeks, Cody's just getting just beat to death every time. But you know, the way I looked at it is, it's Brock Lesnar. You know, and granted, like I didn't really like it, like when they're doing the feud before the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. I forgot what it was called. I forgot which one it was, but it was the one this year, obviously. But I just forgot the name. But when they were doing the build up to that, and Cody had one arm, and he was still trying to like go fight Brock, I'm like, okay, now you're fucking insulting this guy. Like, you think you could take him on with one arm? Most people can't even take it on. Most people can't even take him on with two. And then he was just going after him with one arm. I'm like, Cody, you're not going to stand a chance. And then he gets beat with one arm, beat. I thought that was really dumb. But this time around, I'm thinking, man, if Brock's going to lose on SummerSlam, you got to make this guy look strong like he fucking should be. Like, he's the beast Brock Lesnar. Don't need to read his credentials. We already know. So I think it's fine that like Cody's getting beat, because it's like building him up for like when he finally beats Brock. Like, holy shit, you beat this guy that was beating the fuck out of you every single week because it's Brock Lesnar. Like, he shouldn't have to get the upper hand on him every time. Obviously, it's nice to see like during like their other feud, but this is like the final match. After this, like, they're done. So I think this is. I literally didn't mind it at all. I just thought it was stupid when he had like the one arm. I'm like, hey, bro, now you look really dumb. But like these times, like when he's getting beat, I'm like, it's just Brock Lesnar beating him, you know? Can't be too ashamed. Who's going to be ashamed of saying I got beat by Brock Lesnar? I don't know. Like, be ashamed. So, I mean, fuck. I mean, if Cody's got to win that match, but, you know, not really mad with how like they built it. But yeah, so sometimes Cody does like the self-righteous, you're just like, babyface thing, but like, yeah, he's cool. And then the main event, Roman Reigns, WWE undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. God, I don't even know. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship, whatever. Versus his cousin Jey Uso. A tribal combat match. And also, not only is the championship on the line, but the title for tribal chief in the family is on the line. I think it goes without saying that like it's probably gonna retain this match. He's probably going to win this match, or I mean, not probably. I kind of feel like it's like a 98. I'd even go as far to say 100, but like, who knows? I mean, I don't think. No, it's not. Who knows? He's winning. He's fucking winning. He's winning. I don't care. He's winning. Yeah, I don't think he should lose. Not the time for him to lose. Not the person for him to lose to. I mean, not the person for him to lose to, but like, I just felt like if he was going to lose, it would actually be built up like way better. Like way better. Like when Cody was having the match with him at WrestleMania. Like the way Cody was built up, you're like, oh my god, he's gonna fucking win, you know? And then obviously he didn't, but whatever. But I feel like we need to see like a member of the family, not Jimmy, even though he might show up because, you know, haven't seen him forever. But I feel like we need to actually see like an elder. I don't know what twist or turn is having for this match. Not really gonna speculate. I just want to like be along for the ride. Like so many times I try to like really think into these matches, but sometimes I just like gotta teach myself just to be a fan and just react when it happens, but like don't like think about it too much. Like it's fun to think about with your friends, you know, like thinking about what could happen, but obviously it's gonna be like another match with like a ref bump, but it doesn't need to be a ref bump because it's like false count anywhere, fucking no DQ. But there will be people involved. Obviously, Solo's gonna be involved. He always is. I feel like we need to see an elder. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about it. I'm pretty sure. Just a rumor, but Grayson Waller might have a segment on the show. Maybe like The Rock might show up for that. But like all the people are like, Rock, you're like your cousins are fighting, but like you're not into that. But you're going after Grayson Waller. But yeah. So I mean, that's also like a thing. And then they're also talking about Bray Wyatt coming back. Do I really want to see Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt? Who knows? Could be with Cody. Should be in one of the big three matches. I don't think it's the Balor match. I think it's either going to be like the Cody match or Roman Reigns match if Bray Wyatt does show up for one of those. And then the match they took off the show, So sucks that they did, just because it's one of the things they've been building up specifically for SummerSlam, and taking it off due to like time constraints. I understand, like there's 8 matches on the show, 9-1. Like this whole match probably gonna take like 35 minutes with entrances and everything. So I mean, maybe not 35, but maybe like 30, like 25 minimum. Um, like we might have like some long matches on the show, so I understand, because they're trying to keep it under like maybe four, like for big four pay-per-views. Maybe it doesn't apply to WrestleMania anymore because it's 2 nights, but like the big four, like Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, uh, Survivor Series, should be 4 hours. It should be no problem. Like they shouldn't have to be 3.5. Everything else, whatever, completely fine with it. But like this one could go. This one should go 4 hours. You throw the Battle Royal, throw the Grayson Waller segment. Maybe there wasn't enough time. For the Becky Lynch match, sucks for them. No, they probably weren't happy about it. But sometimes shit like that just happens. Every other match on this card, like, has to be on there. Like, has been built up. Same with that match, I guess, as well. So it's kind of like, and then like the sponsorship match, you're getting paid a lot of money, you cannot have it on the show. So like, it's like you can't really take anything off. The only thing you can take off is like the Asuka Charlotte Bianca match. But those are like all like your top stars for a championship. You built that up for a while. Has EO also involved, Bailey involved as well. So many people involved in that. Can't take that off. So you really can't take off any match. So those are my predictions. Remember that. I might go 8 for 8. May go 6 for 8. 6 for 8 maximum. 6 for 8 maximum. Or minimum. 6 for 8 minimum. But I'm going for that 8 for 8. But like, it's gonna be a great pay-per-view. It's always nice. Like I'm starting to enjoy the Saturday pay-per-views more, because like you remember you had like the Sunday night pay-per-views, and then it's like, you go to school or work the next day. But like now you have a nice pay-per-view night with like your like fucking friends, your family, whoever you're watching with, and you wake up and it's still the weekend. It's like nice. It's fucking nice. It's nice. So yeah, hope everyone enjoys SummerSlam. But those are my quick predictions talking about. I didn't want to talk about it too much, and it's like 8 p.m. I got places to go, things to do. SmackDown just ended, actually. Shit, gotta go back and watch that too. Like, there's so much to do. I got off work late today, so didn't want to go. I should have made this video another day, but such is life. But can't wait for the SummerSlam. It's literally gonna be a fucking banger. But yeah, with that being said, peace out.